Well, this is our last half hour or so on the boat, and I'll say it was a really nice cruise.
In episode 3, we had just wrapped up an amazing 4 days on the tiny island of Huahine, en route to Raiatea, where we would board our long-awaited super yacht cruise. We signed in and were eager to see our accommodations.
Okay,
Yep.
We're in room number 10. To the left, right. We have our very spacious bathroom. And then we have our armoire, which opens by the press of a button. I never saw that before.
And this is our home for the next 3 days.
Nice.
4 days. And this is our super yacht.
Now that we were settled, it was time to explore what was to be our new home for the next few days.
Well, this is the top floor, top
Yep.
deck.
And this is the room level. This is where our room is in there. Here is the dining room. Hanging out on our yacht, sipping tea. Just like any normal day.
Just before dinner, we anchored up in a beautiful spot for some water sports. We each took a paddleboard, and I also had my mask and fins on to get a look under the water. To kick off day 2 of the cruise, we traveled to a small sandy island, or Motu as they're called locally, for a very unique breakfast. After our amazing breakfast, we donned our snorkel gear to check out the local aquatic flora and fauna. Mel even managed to find an octopus. I swam along for a while with a beautiful pair of curious butterfly fish. Then I came across one of my old friends from the Caribbean, a porcupine fish. He wasn't entirely sure if I was friend or foe. Next, we went back to the boat to get changed, and then headed back to land to explore the island of Taha'a. Our first stop was one Mel had been eagerly anticipating, the pearl farm. And yes, we ended up buying some pearls. Next on our itinerary was another one Mel was very excited about, a vanilla plantation. We purchased quite a lot of vanilla. Our final stop was a small local rum distillery. Unfortunately, they were all out of the kind we wanted, so we left empty-handed. And of course, it wouldn't have been a proper visit without Mel finding some friends. Our tour concluded, it was time to head back to the super yacht. I had a chat with our boat's captain to get permission to launch my drone for a unique perspective of the ship. It was a beautiful, calm evening as we watched the sun set on another perfect day in paradise. After a bumpy journey through the open sea that night, Day 3 marked our arrival at Bora Bora. We hopped on the tender boat once more to visit a beautiful motu for snorkeling and lunch. I spotted a stingray from land and hopped in to check him out. The coral in this area was healthy and colorful, with an amazing variety of fish. Swimming back to the beach, I found a large school of very curious angelfish. After a wonderful lunch, we enjoyed some wine and a cool down in the warm, shallow water, then headed back to our super yacht once again. And with that, we were off for a sightseeing tour around the island of Bora Bora. Our final night ended with a musical and dance performance from our crew. The night closed out with the famous local goodbye and farewell song, Maruru. After a good night's sleep, we woke up and started preparing for the next segment of our adventure.
Well, this is our last half hour or so on the boat. I'll say it was a really nice cruise.
Very wonderful.
And we're actually going to have a tender boat take us there directly this morning. So I feel a bit luxurious that way, coming from our super yacht into our luxury hotel.
As the tender boat was prepared, we received a final Maruru send-off from our friendly crew, and away we went. Stay tuned for episode 4. And don't forget to subscribe to Hanley Docs on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.